Alright, so Giovanni, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, it's difficult, but I can start saying that my name is Giovanni. I'm 22. I moved from Italy here in Melbourne for fencing because I started to do fencing when I was child, like 6 years or 8 years old. Because a funny story, when I want to start to do fencing on 6 years old, Enrico say to me, and now the gym is full, so you have to do before some introduction to classic gymnastic like wheel, rope, something like this. And so I take 2 years for doing classic gymnastic and prepare myself. So like a little bit a condition, no? For the fencing, and then I started to do fencing, and I started my career like an athlete. I really in touch with Antonio. I really spend a lot of my time inside our gym, like every day, and like school, gym, home, school, gym, home, classical routine. I'm really in love with this sport because it teach to me a lot of things, not just technically, but also for enjoy better the life. So for stay in the world. So in my opinion, is more than a simple sport. And now I'm I'm aspired to become a coach. I'm coaching in my gym and in my club where I'm born, and for 2 years I'm coaching also in another club in Lucca. But next year, new things because I moved from Lucca to Spezia, another city in Italy, not so near to Pisa, like 1 hour with the train. But I really enjoy this opportunity because I can will take me off from the comfort zone, and I can improve more.
Yeah.
And all other I started also to referee fencing on 16. Now I'm a national referee. I hope that one day I will become an international referee, but we don't know. We can see in the next time.
No, it would be amazing if we saw you in national
Yes.
fencing.
I hope that, and yes, and other fencing there is also something different in my life, like friends and family. Yes, I'm doing the high school, the scientific high school, graduated, and now enjoy the sports science university. I'm near to the baccalaureate, but some exams more, but finger crossed.
Was there any struggles transferring from an athlete to a coach?
It's not so struggle because I start to coaching. I start to become in touch with the coaching world thanks to Antonio. Thanks for the refereeing, amazing story. Antonio every time condition my life, and but I started when I was 16, 17 years old, like in the third or the fourth year of the high school. Antonio just said to me, next day come in gym 2 hours before. I said, why? Don't ask why, just do it. Okay, I come. I'm with Antonio and Jafar, another coach that now is not more in our gym, but is my coach for a long time. And I start to look how Antonio and Jafar talk with the child and how to teach to the child, and slowly I start to doing something, improve more, and it's like a gradual movement from athlete to coach. Maybe the most difficult things that I do was choose to stop be compete and training for competition because I have to put some priority, and I choose the referee. So if I referee, I can fence on the same competition. I'm really happy my referee career, because this year I conclude my first or second, I don't remember. I lost the
certificate.
yeah. No. I lost the perception of how long it is, but I think that is my second. Yes, I conclude my second.
Awesome.
But the first entire, because I passed the exams in the middle of the year, so it's the first completely season. And I referee junior competition, and I referee also all the open competition. So I'm really happy. I miss the championship of junior, cadet, and adult, but I'm younger, so I'm young. Sorry, so I have a lot of time.
Yes.
But I really enjoy this season, and I like the work that I do. I want to improve more, and then I had to start also to stop to train. Yes, one reason is because I don't do the competition, but you can train also for keep your body. But I focus more on teaching, and so I transfer the time that I used to train myself to train the other guys, and learn better than the day before how to teach to my child, but also kids and guys, because I teach also to everyone. So I teach also to people that is older than me, like master, or like someone that has the same age and do the junior competition, the cadet competition. So it's not the age important, but how you do this. And I try to do all the best every day, and something better than the day before. This is my nindo.
Excellent. At our club, CrossXswords, we often talk about ideology, and at our club, we have been greatly influenced by your club, Enrico's club. Could you take us through what that type of ideology looks like?
Yes, our ideology is
big question. Yes.
Yes, big question, and also another question for me, because I'm younger. I'm the last wheel of the school, because I'm the youngest. And now when I'm going in the gym in our club, I'm teaching between some masters of the fencing, like Enrico, Simone, but also Tommaso, Carmelo, Diletta, and then I'm here. And the ideology is another question, because I think that to understand already all the ideology, because if I already understand, I'm the best in the world, but maybe there is something that I have to understand better, improve more, no? But I can say to you that Antonio that gives the ideology to our school, because the club is called Antonio Di Ciolo, the father of Enrico. And then Enrico, Simone continue to work on this ideology, improve better and change, because the time changed, and also the ideology need to change if I stay on the way, on the same way of the time. But I think that it's really important to talk about feelings.
Feeling.
Yeah, but not feeling only for the emotional feeling, but also, you practice a little bit.
Yeah. Distance.
You practice a lot of fencing, no?
Yes.
So you know about I want to talk as feeling, and feel the distance from your opponent, feel the thing that you have to do, use your hand for look, for feel, but also it's important also talk about mistake, because maybe it's most difficult things that I see in CrossXswords, but in Australia the guys, but also the coach, everyone have to relate with that, because you think that mistake is just a failure, but it's not only this, because behind a mistake there is a possibility to improve more and understand.
Opportunity
to learn, yes, and to improve, and to don't do the same mistake again, because the real mistake is do every time the same mistake.
Yeah.
It's a word play maybe, but it's this. And it's important, huh? If you fall down 7 times, that you get back 8 times.
I do see that in Enrico's coaching. When I had a lesson with him, I found that when I did a mistake, he would slightly make the action easier, slower, easier to process, and take me through a solution which was the correct solution. But I was the one to initiate that solution. And I think that's extremely underestimated in coaching overall, giving the student the opportunity to take initiative, to move first, and to learn the right position. But then being a coach, being able to not give him the position if he does the wrong position, if he does the wrong action.
Yeah, because you have to think that when coach do lesson with an athlete, then the athlete need to use the thing that learn in a bounce, in a match. So how many times you find an opponent that gives to you the solution to beat him, or gives you the opportunity to touch one time in all the life because you find a drunkard opponent maybe or something like this. And so if like a coach you give to your students all the solution and say every time what to do, the students don't develop the feeling that we talked before. No, you have to feel when it's the moment, and you have to feel all around you. And I think that it's also important. It's really, really, really hard that Simone or Enrico, but also me, Tommaso, Carmelo, Diletta, so all the coach that work in our club and then marry the philosophy of Antonio of our school, gives to you the solution during a lesson. Sometimes happen because there is time that like 1 hour on the same thing. No, you are a little bit hard. How to say when you are hard? No, you are a little bit strong with your mind. How to say?
Stubborn.
Okay.
Yes.
So maybe the coach need to help you. Because also the helping is a function of coach.
Yes. I completely agree. I can see it in Australian fencing when they miss a hit, for example. They lunge, parry post. They often just do the same action, a bit faster, a bit stronger, rather than change the action itself. And that, I find, comes back to the ability to teach a student adaptation within the lesson. If you lose a point, the next one you change, you try something different.
Exactly. There is also this situation when you can try now, you can do a lunge and you don't touch your opponent because you do some mistakes. Maybe it's not the action the problem, and so if you are able to understand, you can change the way that you used to do this action. No? Maybe the problem is not that you do the lunge and your opponent parry because you do a slow lunge, or maybe the distance is not good. So there is a lot of variable in fencing, no? And you have to manage with all of this. Sometimes the problem is that this action don't fit the match in this moment. So also this, but before you have to think a lot of different things like the speed, the power, the time, the distance, the initiative. No?
There's a lot of variables.
Yeah, and the important meaning of feeling is this: able to feel everything of this, but you have not too much time in peace. Now you can stay and thinking about what is better to do or not.
Even
so
if
you have
get
to develop
and
increase this capacity. Now in a match, you need to you need to do the things quickly because your opponent maybe is quicker than you if you stay too much time to think. So it's not thinking but feeling, similar but different. No, the favorite
quote of Enrico
Yeah.
Antonio. Yes, I found that even if you get to the right solution, if you take like 30 seconds or like an extra second to get to that solution, the opportunity's already passed.
Yeah.
I've also loved in your school ideology is you incorporate play into the lesson, which makes it extremely interesting and fun for the kids and adults.
The group lesson.
Yes, or even just generally like all the activities are really fun, playful.
Yeah.
And it keeps everyone engaged. And I do think that is something we lack in Australia. We train hard and it's just boring. Like footwork, up and down, lunge.
Sometimes
pick up.
not too much useful.
Yeah.
I think that you can open a really long discussion about this because you move slowly near to the methodologic approach work, no? So there is a lot of different age of people that can practice fencing, but sport in general. Now we talk about fencing because it's my business now in this moment. So
Your business.
yes, business. My not business, not economic business. Like
Yeah. Your
my
trade, your skill, your work.
yes, the thing that I want to do for during my life. Yeah. So I hope that one day I can say that is my work. Because right now I'm learning. So.
What's something you enjoy?
Yeah,
Giving lessons. Is it
yeah.
something like you really enjoy about fencing? Like what brought you to fencing? What made you stick with fencing?
I think that my favorite things in fencing training is play with the child, with the kids. The little class, manage the training of the little class and invent new game and looks on the eyes of the kids that this game is so funny. I say, well, goal.
No, I completely agree. When I trained in Pisa, I remember doing different obstacle courses, like jumping around a box, going underneath, going on top, using a tennis ball and a spoon to work hand control.
Manuality, feelings.
Feeling.
Yes, and we talk about now, for sure, a guy of 17 years old or more has different exigence from a child of 6 years old, no? So the coach need to adapt himself to the class to coach in the moment. And it's criminal thinking that a 6 years old class need to be coached like a 16 years old class, no? So this is the work of the different methodological teaching approach. It's a big word. A lot of people study an entire life about that, don't understand nothing at the end maybe. So it's hard to talk about that. But yes, I think that in our school, yes, the key with the child is slowly get the child near, pick up the child near to the fencing with the game and with exercise that can improve some skills. And I think that if you stop to do fencing on 14 years old and you do from 6 to 14 in our gym, about my gym, about my club, because it's the reality that I know, not because I think that the club is not like this.
Yeah.
I don't know, or maybe yes, I can say this. By the way, I think that if you stop to fencing on 14 in our club, you are able to start every sport you want, because we give a lot of instrument and different skills to our child, our guys, not just with the physical preparation, but also with the game, also with the path, a lot of different things.
I do see that. I've seen some of Enrico's lessons with kids who are like the first lesson. So Enrico takes a kid who's never had a lesson before,
Mhm.
and he takes him through certain actions.
Yeah.
And
Like,
it's just so interesting. He always gets the kids to do like the best action, and it looks so simple. But I've coached a little bit before, and I understand that that's really hard to do, to guide the student into doing the correct action, or
yeah.
get the idea of the correct action. The first time I watched him do it, I was like, oh, he was just lucky. Maybe he was just a talented student. But then I watched another video of him doing another student, and another video of him teaching another student, and all three students, they got the feeling of the bout, and I was like, oh, this can't be just luck.
Maybe it's
all,
not that.
yeah, all three kids can't be talented. Oh,
I hope that for our Jeep, but I think that is Enrico that is talented.
no, he's
No,
very
I'm
good.
joking, but I think that, in my opinion, so my little opinion, because I don't have so much experience under my
Belt.
shoulder.
Yeah.
You can say this in English or just an Italian way to say
On your shoulders?
shoulder? No, I
We-
don't.
I guess we say belt, under
Okay.
experience under the belt.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. Because I'm young. I'm still
Yeah,
improving myself and learning. But I think that the most difficult things to do is teach to the little child. Talking about the fencing and the more technical part, no? Because play with the child, for me, is not difficult. But a lot of people say to me that it's not an easy thing to do. But I'm really in touch with the child, with the kid. I'm really love to create game for the kids and stay with them and manage the training of the little class. I'm not alone, for sure. I don't want to take all the merit for me. With me there is Carmelo, Diletta, Tommaso, Enrico, Simone. We work all together like a team, no? But someone maybe Enrico and Simone leaves more space to me, Carmelo and Tommaso and Diletta, maybe with the kids. And when it's time to work with an athlete like Vittoria Pinna, that participate to the world champion, or athlete like Federico, I'm here in Australia with me, or Vittoria. So the older athlete, no? Is the time for me, Carmelo, Diletta, and Tommaso to watch, learn, understand, and work and improve. So there is this balance in our gym. But I think that doing lesson give lesson to the child is really more difficult than give lesson to an athlete like you, or an athlete that have a background with him, okay? Because when you teach to the kids the first lesson, or second, or third, but it's the first time they approach the fencing world, so you need to pay attention to a lot of things, because now it's like when a child born for the first time, it's like a sponge, is the first thing in the fencing. When they approach to the first time to technical lesson or something like technical, because when I was child, it's not so technical because they don't need this. It's more, they need more to enjoy and to understand the base of the fencing and start to feel. But
Yeah, if
you
they
have
don't
to
enjoy it, they'll
yeah.
just leave.
But you need to pay attention because they are the sponge, and every mistake can become an habitude. We don't want this. Okay, like a not correct position of guard or something like this. So you have to play with them, but also pay attention, because you have the future of the child. If one day one continue to do fencing and maybe can become someone in the world of fencing, you have the future of child in your hand, like teacher at school.
It's a big responsibility.
Yeah, sometimes maybe I think that is not an easy thing to think for all the coaches. I think a lot of time about these things, because I have a lot of free time for thinking, and so I can develop my strange thinking. But I think that is important, a good point of reflection.
I think so too. When I started coaching my first couple students, I had that realization. They are a sponge and they'll absorb things that I will teach them. And if I teach them the wrong movement pattern, the wrong action, they might continue and stick with it later on in their career. And realizing that gave me a little bit of anxiety, like, oh, it made me really slow down and take it really slow, try and get the correct action, the correct movement pattern, the correct hand, time, distance. And yeah, it's a big responsibility.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not you that teach something wrong to your students, but just the students that learn something in a wrong way. But I think that no, it's really hard to talk about wrong way or wrong touches.
Yeah.
Because everyone do fencing in the way that
Their body is capable
yes,
of.
but also in the way he wants and he
Yes.
feel. So there is just little mistake that you have to fix now, like things that you can transcend if it's not like this, like the guard position or something like this.
Yes.
No, because a guy that we have not a guard position is not just for the fencing, but also for the body posture. No, like how many times you see a guy in fencing that stay a little bit like
Crunched over.
yeah,
low.
yeah. It's not good also for the body, not just for the fencing.
Yeah.
But
No, drawing that line between what a good technique is and what the fencer wants to do, like biomechanically,
yeah,
I found it very hard to distinguish between those two when coaching. Like they could have maybe some wrist joint pains, and that's why they're parrying with the full arm rather than with the wrist.
exactly.
Seeing that, understanding it, and knowing when to accommodate or change, I found was very interesting and very hard to draw that.
Yeah. Yes, I think so.
Yeah. So you've been in Australia for how long now? 3 weeks?
Yeah, we can say 1 month
1 month.
because I'm arrived here on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yes, this is not the last day, but yeah, the last day, my last sleep here.
Last
Night.
night.
Last
Yeah.
night here, sorry.
No.
Because tomorrow I have my flight back, but I think that is not au revoir,
Au revoir. Yeah.
but it's like
Yes.
more than see you soon, see you later,
again.
see you soon, see you again. Yeah.
No.
In Italy we say I think that is not addio,
Addio.
but more an arrivederci,
Arrivederci.
because we can see again. And so I feel this, and I can see, I can say, sorry,
No.
see. I don't know why I say see. I can say too much, but I think that I will come back.
Awesome. You mentioned Australian fencing, a little bit about it. Can I ask you a little bit more about Australian fencing, about what you think, what you've seen so far, and potentially, yeah, we'll start from there. What have you seen so far? What do
Okay.
you feel and see?
I can say that it's not the first time that I come here, because I went in Sydney for 2 weeks or a little bit more on the UFC training on Sydney on 2023. And in Sydney I have the function of the sparring partner, so I fence with a lot of foils, also saber and epes, because sometimes I'm in Sydney like for foil sparring partner, but I try also I epee and saber. And this time I'm here like a coach.
Yep.
So I fence
little bit
one
different.
time because I want try,
Yeah.
I want feel, I want enjoy the squat, and
Yep.
the squat and I want enjoy. And one time also saber. And yes, I think that is a new uh, reality fencing here. New if I compare this from Italian, okay? Because it's not too much time. It's a long that you do fencing for sure, but the way that you approach these sports is different from Italy because it's younger than us. This reality, in my opinion. And so I think technically the level is different, but for this reason, I think that there is a lot of possibility to be better and become great because I see the passion. I talk about CrossXswords. I see also the reality of the squats. But
Sorry about that. My phone died.
we are back.
We'll pick up where we left off. We're saying Australian fencing and what you see at CrossSwords for Australian fencing.
Yes, I'm really enjoying my fencing experience here. It's not the first experience in Australia. I don't remember if I say after or before, but just for took again. No?
Previously, you went to Sydney.
Yeah. I went to Sydney like a fencer, like a sparring partner. Now I'm here in Melbourne, like a coach. So it's two different faces of the same medal, and I think that there is a lot of possibility to increase the level, not just the technical level, but also the knowledgement level about the fencing here in CrossSwords, because I see a lot of people that love this sport, coaches or athletes that want to improve, and I feel the passion, and they show to me how much they want to improve and to learn, and so I think that this is an important thing because you can use this for move some steps forward before respect the other club, and so this is the meaning of my trip here. No? This is my opinion. I think that technically is different from Italy or other country, but because the fencing history here is more younger than in other country, maybe some a European country, but also USA or some Asian country. So I think that the key is continue to try to do mistake and improve every day the skills.
CrossSwords is very passionate and we're eager to learn, especially from your club, because you know not only is your club's ideology very good, it's playful. Like, we can take it and make it our own, but I think it's one of the best ideologies out of all the fencing clubs in the world, and I hope we continue to learn from coaches like yourself and many more fencers from Italy and Pisa coming here.
I hope this because yes, we come here for teach, but in my opinion I learn a lot of things here. I improve a lot of different way to coach people that is not only students, so coach also coaching.
Yes.
And it's different, and I really like, and I learn a lot of things also from all the students. Giving to them lesson, I feel new sensation. I learn something new, new way to communicate, to show, and I can improve my English.
Excellent.
So really nice.
Now your English has improved so much since you've
I
been
appreciate that.
Excellent. So before we finish up, I would like to ask just one more question, and that is, for the next couple of years, how will you progress with or have you an idea of where you like to go, your plan for not only your fencing, your refereeing, and your studies as well? So what's the direction Giovanni's going in over the next couple of years?
Yeah, I hope that the future for me reserve beautiful things because I want to enjoy the fencing world as much as I can. And I hope that in the future I can become international referee. Is one of the goals that I want to gain, but we don't know.
Now it'd be lovely to see you on the TV refereeing.
I hope that.
But even better, coaching the Italians on the TV. That would be.
The life is so long, so I can do both if it's possible. It's one of my goals. And during my referee career, I continue to teach in my gym and the other club in Spezia next year. And I hope that I continue to come here in Melbourne or Sydney and continue to take care of the rapport that there is from our club and CrossXswords Club and UFC International Camp.
Many more camps and many more camps.
And yeah, for sure, I have also to finish my university. I have to take my baccalaureate. I want to take also after baccalaureate 2 more years of master.
2 more years, right?
Yeah, or master. And I want to finish this. And this don't mean that I stop to study, because I said before, it's important to study every time in the life. Never stop and continue to learn new things and discover new sensation, new way to do, new culture. So I also want to continue to travel, because I think that you can learn too much from the other culture.
Like you were saying before, viewing different cultures allows you to think outside the box.
Yeah.
Seeing different ways of operating, different realities. You can expand your box. Maybe.
Exactly. Expand the box means that if you want to think about outside the box, you have to do more steps, because it's bigger than before. But and this is the reason that you need to every time to continue to learn. But I hope that in the future I still continue to practice refereeing and coaching and continue to study. I hope I finish as soon as possible. And
study hard, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I think that I love this business, the fencing, and so I hope that one day can become my world on 360.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Giovanni, for not only staying with us but talking to me.
Thank you too, and I'm really in love with your family and with this country. I really enjoy my work holiday here, because the work part is really beautiful, but the holiday one is better, because I see a lot of different things. And if I'm in love with this country, maybe it's thanks to you, your brother, Javier, your family, all the friends that I make here, and all the new people that I know I met here. Sorry, and because I feel from you the love that you have for this country, and you give this to me, maybe, and I really like your different way to think from Italy, your different way to be, and I'm really appreciate the kindness and the hospitality of your country, and I really want to say thank you to everyone that take care of me here.
Alright, I think we'll call that a wrap. Thanks again. Alright.